Or is that if you're watching this for whatever reason at a later date, you are more than welcome to comment your questions anyway. I will still see them and I will still answer them. In the meantime, we're going to wait till people join live. I say it's a weight loss Q&A, but it's anything health and fitness related, whether it's nutrition, whether it's weight loss, whether it's weight gain, whether it's you're trying to lift for a powerlifting competition, you want to do bodybuilding or any sort of athletic performance, or maybe you have lower back pain, maybe your neck kind of bothers you, maybe your knee kind of bothers you, your ankle, your hip, your elbow, your shoulder, even your wrists, as long as it's not a traumatic injury that's causing that pain, I'm here to help. So, not a really good place to sit you. If I hold very still. So, we are live. We're just gonna answer your questions. When you hop in here, please ask away. Do not be shy. Ask as much as you want to. Feel free to ask your questions. Hello, bonjour. Welcome to the live. Join, ask. And yeah, that's about it. So, we're just gonna give some people some more time to get in here. In general, in the meantime, let me just spout something off the top of my head. Common issue that I have with a lot of people trying to gain weight or lose weight or just start working out in general and see results physically is a lot of people don't track their food. They don't think they have to. They read the back of the package. They're like, well, in general, I'm eating this. A lot of people also have a misconception that they're eating enough protein. So you're not eating enough protein, and you're not eating enough, or you're eating too much, depending on what your goal is. Track your stuff. It's the easiest way to figure out where you actually are. And I mean, track everything. You get to the end of the night, you have a few Ruffles chips with a little bit of dip, and you're like, it was only like 5. Over a week, that does make quite a bit of a difference. But also, you're at work and you see a little snack, you're hungry, you're like, what is this, 100 calories? Pop that in. And then maybe at the end of the night, you have a little drink, a little bevy boo. You know what I'm saying? And boom, now you're up an extra, depending on what the drink is, anywhere from 110 to 500 plus calories every day. Now, all of a sudden, you have a surplus of 3,000 extra calories a week. Maybe more, maybe less, give or take 500, maybe even more than that. All of a sudden, you're putting on weight that you didn't mean to put on. And those who think they eat a lot, you're just not used to eating a lot. And you're like, oh man, I just can't put on weight. My metabolism's burning it off. Though that may be true, you're just not used to eating a lot, and you think you eat a lot, and you're not. Matter of fact, I remember someone told me, like, man, I ate like so much last night. I had pizza, I had wings, and then after that I had some like cookies. And then one time we went out to eat, me and my friend, and they had like 2 small slices of pizza, they had like 3 wings, and then they had like a couple bites of a brownie. They're like, man, I'm stuffed. I'm like, that's not a lot of food. It's a decent amount of calories, but it's not a lot of food. Me personally, I could eat a whole pizza, and then I could eat some wings, and then I can eat a brownie or 2, given that's what they offer there. I can eat a lot of food, right? So when you're trying to gain weight, you're like, man, I'm just eating a lot. What are you eating? Track it. Figure out how many calories that is, how much protein, how many carbs, how much fat. What are you ingesting? What are you ingesting truly? Like, it might feel like a lot, but is it really a lot? Most of the time, they're not eating a lot, and the whole, my metabolism just burns it off, is a massive excuse to just, you don't eat that very much. Now, I'm not saying just like go eat a massive amount of stuff. We just need to figure out where you're currently at and slowly add more till you get to the desired weight, paired with resistance training to help build muscle, depending on what your goal is. And the biggest issue with people trying to lose weight is stuff sneaks in, drinks sneak in, snacks sneak in, portion sizes are way off. So all of a sudden they're like, only had like 2 meals yesterday. Those meals are huge, and they end up eating way more than they think they do during those 2 meals. Track your food. You can use MyFitnessPal, My Net Diary, Lose It. They're all phenomenal ways to track your food. My Net Diary is not as accurate as MyFitnessPal or Lose It. MyFitnessPal has more options, so if you're more intricate with it and you're getting ready for something, that one's going to be more accurate. You can adjust certain things based off percentages. Lose It's just kind of like a nice streamline, like they'll spoon feed you the information and help you set everything up. So that is my free bit of advice without anyone asking in particular questions. Please ask your questions, anything health and fitness related, whether it's working out, whether you got some aches and pains. Ask away. That is why I'm here. I want to help you, and it gives me a good reason to hop on here and answer questions. I actually get to help some people out. So please ask away. I do this for a living. I've done it for officially about 7.5 years, unofficially a little over 8. So please let me help you. All you got to do is type your questions into the live, and I will answer what you got. So anyway, aside from that, H4A, hi, thanks for joining the live. Thanks for being in here with me. I appreciate it. Also, drink your water. Stay hydrated. Most people think they drink a lot, and it's like maybe a third of what they should be drinking. Steven, it is so good to see you. It's been forever. I'm glad to see you. I am doing well. I hope you are doing great. It has been a very, very long time. Everyone that I made mods, I see like so little anymore. I don't go as live as much though, so I don't have as much time. But it's good to see you, Steven. Man, it has been a really long time. But yeah, it's just real easy to not drink enough water, not eat enough food, eat too much food. We get comfortable in our ways. We think it's extreme when we go slightly out of bounds. In actuality, we have a lot of work to do when it comes to weight gain, weight loss, or performance. So please ask your questions, anything. Look at you with the hair. I need to be more. I need to be on more. Sorry for the lack of chat. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. I haven't been doing this as frequently as I used to. It happens. I just appreciate that you're here now. I really do. But yeah, I got the hair down and everything. Don't want to have it up. I've had a headache for like 3 days. New series coming to the channel, by the way, is my official start for my boxing journey to becoming a professional boxer. No tight dates right now. But we're looking at the start of 2026 at doing a fight. No tight dates right now, though. They might change. It might get sooner. It might be a little bit later. It also depends on how well I progress and how life works with me and sticking with the new training regimen. So, but that documented journey will roughly have 2 to 3 videos a week, low editing. Eating any yummy food and cool. It's exciting. Wish you the best. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, I am eating yummy food. About to start doing meal preps for clients and myself. Right now, I just eat the same thing. I love doing taco bowls. You get like pico de gallo, avocado, taco meat. I use cottage cheese, higher in protein, lower in calories. Also, I don't bloat as much. But you can use any type of cheese with that. I use about 130 grams of ground beef, really lean. I strain out all the fat. For the most part, it is healthy to have animal fats anyway in there. And then I do jasmine rice for a little extra flavor and quick carb release. It's very yummy. It's very, very yummy. Sometimes it's just the meat and rice because I don't have the cottage cheese, or I don't have one thing or the other, or the pico de gallo or the avocados. So, but it's good. Have you pushed yourself farther in lifting more and doing more reps? So I have. I was a lot stronger than when I was doing live streams last time. I've had a few small injuries since then because I started training my programming into more of an athletic base, but I hadn't conditioned my body into it as slowly as I should have. My biggest issue when it came to that was I was doing too heavy of a load too fast. My body's not conditioned to move fast. I've mostly just been a very slow and heavy lifter because initially I was going for strongman, and at the time where I was looking a lot into strongman, it was a slow, heavy, go at your pace, just lift more than the other guy type thing. But my bench press got back up to comfortably 255 for reps. Deadlift was 335 for reps very comfortably. Squat was 275 for reps comfortably. It's just when I started adding the explosive plyo movements for speed and acceleration, I started getting some little injuries here and there. And so I've drawn back off a little bit, and now getting ready, officially starting for boxing now, I'm not going to be lifting very heavy at all for a little while. So those numbers are going to go back down, but once I get to off season for boxing, I'll start pushing those numbers up a little higher again. So you're doing better. Are you bulking or cutting or maintaining? Right now I'm cutting, and it sucks. I'm hungry all the time because now for boxing, I'm training more frequently and at a higher intensity. Just volume, that's subjective, but the weight's a lot lighter. Like the the weights I will be lifting are a lot lighter. So I will be cutting. So it's been a while since I've done a cut. I've been on a nice bulk. So it's time to officially start the cut. I gotta drop about 8 pounds for the first fight, which won't be hard. I've anywhere from 5 to 6 months roughly to slowly lose 8 pounds and then maintain about 170, 175. So we'll see how that goes. I think with all the extra intense work and the frequency and maintenance that I have to be doing, it's gonna be really easy to cut down to that. See the results. I know you need it for the nimbleness. Yeah, I will, for the speed and the nimbleness to be able to move around. Right now I'm very, very, very stiff, and I've learned that from sparring. It's very hard for me to move out of the way because I'm so stiff. So I need a lot more nimbleness so I can move around on my feet. I can move my body the way I need to. So that'll be extremely beneficial. I have a long way to go. I really, really do. I have a very long way to go, but I have a lot of work to put in. So I'm excited to see the results. But yeah, I gotta lose about 8 pounds roughly right now. So proud of you. Glad to see you. Yeah, I'm very excited for it. I appreciate it, Steven. I really do. I appreciate the encouragement. I appreciate you being here. It's just, now all that's left is literally just to do it. It's all I got left to do is just do it every day. Every day, just work on it. Which right now, it's gonna suck. Oh, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun suck. So, but yeah, outside of that, we're making our way. Making our way downtown. Walking fast, faces passing, I'm homebound. What type of boxer are you going to do going into the ring? I don't know yet. That's the thing is, I'm still, like, I've practiced the basics for a very long time. Ergo, some of my videos and some of my live streams, I talk about it. I practice a lot of the basics, but I'm working with my coaches about finding a style to play off of and make my own. And I'm not sure yet. I would love the aggressiveness and also the speed of prime Mike Tyson, of course, just because I've always been like, I've always enjoyed going, getting it done, going hard, getting it done. And I enjoy that about his style. But outside of that, I don't know. There's a lot of little bits of information that I'm not 100% sure on yet of like what to like be dialed down on and what to necessarily focus on right now, but they're helping me figure that part out of what type of boxing I want to stay committed to. Part of it, me, as one of my coaches said, would fit Mexican boxing really well, which is aggressive, quick, up close, putting in work. So I'm excited to try that effectively because I like reading and anticipating and then adapting to situations. But also, I like just, again, it's been my mindset when I've worked out in the strength world for so long, going in, getting it done, being aggressive about it, just as hard as I can. But with this, it's a little bit different. So that might change. But that's kind of the idea that I have right now is definitely, ideally I'd like to be a little bit more aggressive, but I have so much to learn, and who knows, another style might fit me completely. I definitely don't know if I want to draw it out round for round for round for round. I definitely want to get it done, but we'll see. We'll see what happens when it comes to that. The biggest challenges I face with this, besides of course different training style and the overall like frequency that I have to do stuff, is maintaining very, very, very proper nutrition to ensure that I can train as much as I'm going to be training. Yeah, no, great. Great. Well, thought out, informative answer. You will make sure to upload some sort of things you learned in the progress. Yes. That's a big part of the new series that I'm going to be doing. Is we'll be getting some, of course, because it's quite a service to get trained to actually go fight, not just like, yeah, I went to my Wednesday night boxing class. Like, I am getting trained to maximize these results to become a pro, well-rounded, or specific, like actual pro, like doing big matches, boxer. And with that being said, I'm going to be learning a lot. But during the videos, the two coaches, Kenton Lee and Bernard Oliver from Reaper and Straight Right, they are going to be giving more vague answers about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. That will be a part of the video series for all of you to learn along with me. Now, the specifics, that costs a lot of money, right? It's a very premium service when you take it very serious. And the nice thing is I have a lot of educational background, so I'm not going to talk too much on that aspect of things, but you guys will be learning directly from my two coaches and stuff from me about how I felt about it, what I felt personally during this journey as we go through it, and how it changes. Excited to hear the... Oh, I'm gonna, Steven. There's no way to back out of it now. Too many people know about it, and I've already set my mind to it. So, like, it's literally just a matter of, like, doing it now. So, like, I have no other choice but to do it. There's literally no other way around it. So it's gonna happen. We just gotta do it. So it's literally just a matter of time now. It's just a matter of time. That's all it is. Keep that hair long. It is a staple. I don't think I'm gonna cut it unless it becomes like a major issue while I'm boxing, which would be the first time since I was like 10 that I would have shorter or short hair. So I've had this hair for 15 years. It is, it's not as long because it keeps breaking because I wear ponytails too long. But if I'm fully extended, it's just past my diaphragm. So probably 19, 20-ish inches long. So it's about the average length that I typically have it before I get it cut. Once it gets down to, let's see, let's see, it has another 6 to 8 inches before I typically cut it. But with everything going on, I'll probably keep it trimmed to be about here versus like down here. And then if it becomes an issue, I'll like, oh yeah, it looks long. Yeah, usually I always keep it up, but I don't want it up right now. I wear my ponytail too much as is. I need to learn effectively how to braid my own hair because I keep breaking it. My hair's so much thinner than it used to be like 4 years ago. It used to be like thick. Now it's not. So, do you have the gear for boxing? What do you wear when boxing? So it depends on what I'm doing. If I'm running drills, combo, pad work, bag work, it's just hand wraps and gloves. And I'm going to be wearing my mouthpiece more to get used to breathing with it. But if I spar, depending on the type of sparring, I might just wear my mouthpiece, my gloves, and my wraps. Or I might wear my headgear as well. Or I might end up, I have to get like a boxing cup, which is a pad that covers your just below the waist and down. So I see that happening when I get to like very, very frequent sparring and I've like round after round after round. But right now, the only sparring that I've done, the first time I've ever sparred officially was Monday. So 2 days ago. I did that and I just had wraps, gloves, and a mouthpiece in, but it was very controlled environment, and very little to no power. It was just technical stuff. So very fun, very, very fun. But yeah, so I have all the gear that I need except for like the cup type thing. But aside from that, yeah, just mostly mouthpiece, gloves, and wraps. But I mean, I have a bag and I have access to heavier bags. I have a double M bag. I have access to speed bags, heavy bags, power bags. I need to get a new jump rope. Because I lost mine. So I gotta get a new one of those. But yeah, when do you hear about you prepare for boxing? So, did you trust the authorities enough to take the COVID shot? Dispassionate observer. We'll get to that. How I get ready for boxing as of right now, and again, this is still very fresh. It's going to be 5 months of prep, playing around with mesocycles and progressive overload to allow me to still strength train while also building up more technique and the endurance and the heat tolerance and capacity and mindset to go into it. So they're about 6 to 8 week blocks of like general prep, strength prep, power prep, and then pure conditioning, getting ready to peak out for a fight. Then after that, what we'll be doing is, well, I guess in the more like controlled sense, is like when I get ready to box, it's a lot of conditioning and warming up to build up stamina for my shoulders, for my arms, for my core, for my legs. And then after that, we start developing into the rest of the workout, which is technical aspects. But like, okay, we're going to practice these drills. So we're going to run footwork drills with combos and slipping and dipping and stuff like that. And then after that, depending on what the class holds for that day, maybe there's a little bit of controlled sparring, maybe there's more pad work, maybe there's more defensive drills, counter drills, stuff like that. And then after that, you typically need to do some sort of burnout, and some burnouts might persist of doing tons of push-ups, tons of sit-ups. Some of it might consist of like doing an assault bike with heavy back work for long rounds. Some of the burnouts might literally just be sparring, going on a run, a whole bunch of stuff, right? Whole bunch of stuff. So right now, how I prep is I get there, I get my hands wrapped, I do jump rope and or speed bag. From there, we go into drills, and then we run drills for about an hour, and then do a little bit of conditioning work after that. And then that's technically it. Monday was, and I'm so upset I didn't get the first part of this on footage. Monday we did the boxing workout, and then we did a boxing conditioning specific workout a couple hours later. and I still hurt so bad from that. So bad. I'm so tired, and I'm so sore, and I do not have an official rest day, at least for the next like 6 weeks. So every day I gotta do something. I gotta do work. So got a long way to go. Enough to get the COVID shot. I didn't. Yeah, it takes both mind and body. Stay active, get plenty of rest if you can. That's been the hardest part, is I'm so busy between work and projects, and now with this, and just life in general. Getting sleep is so difficult to get. I can set an alarm, be like, all right, I'm going to bed. And then I remember that there are things I have to do before the next morning. So I stay up and I get those done. And so right now I'm setting up systems to automate as much as possible, so I have a lot less to do, and all I have to do is check on it every once in a while. It's been a challenge. So, but aside from that, sleep's been honestly the hardest part, is getting enough rest, which is going to draw me back from my capability. So I have to get that dialed in. Let me guess, you are 23. I'm not. I am not. I'm not. That's the first person to ever guess that I'm younger than I actually am. I guess, thank you. I don't know. Actually, half asleep and popping to see if there's anything I need to do. So you were live. Happy to join. Thank you, Steven. If you need to get rest, Steven, go get some rest. Go get some rest. All I ask is before you leave, just pop a whole bunch of comments in the chat real quick. Help boost the algorithm so I can answer more questions and kind of get more engagement. But yeah. So I'm just happy that you hopped on. It's been forever. Very excited. You are not over 26. You're right. I'm not. I am 26. But yeah, you're the first person dispassionate. You're the first person to... My phone heated. Lame. We were doing so good too. We'll see if it's worth it to stay live. Let's see if anyone... Yeah. Stream dropped, phone overheated, so it shut off. I cranked the AC, so I cool it off quick. No idea why it overheated. It's not even warm in here, but guess it was too warm for the stream. Anyway, here are a few questions. Yeah, pop them in. I'm gonna give it my best go for a little bit, see if I can jump the numbers up in here and continue to grow this channel, make content, help people out, make a difference. So yeah, no idea why it dropped. Well, I know why it dropped. My phone overheated, but still, it's not that hot. I don't know why it overheated. But yeah, so boxing's been good. Nutrition's getting a little bit better on my end. It's so weird. You can know the information and teach people and guide other people to get results and everything, but when you got to do it yourself, so much harder. Sleep's been my biggest issue though. So very excited for the new series. It's not going to be super entertaining, but it's going to be definitely educational and informational. How do you prepare for the day? What any tips for getting up and preparing to stay active and get ready? Either into boxing or staying active. So this will heavily depend on what your schedule looks like, what your daily activity is, and like, are you a full-time student? Are you a full-time worker? Do you work multiple jobs? Are you a parent? Are you all by yourself and you have all the time in the world and you're like financially stable and you don't have to work that much? It depends. So like back when I was in college and that was the only thing that I was doing for a little bit, all I would do is I would get all the sleep that I felt like my body needed. I would wake up, I would go stretch, I would go get some sunlight to get some vitamin D, help wake up naturally, and then I would eat breakfast, and depending on how many calories I needed a day, I would do about a fifth of my calories for breakfast, mostly being protein. And then I would just go throughout the day eating, relaxing, learning, and just kind of keeping my body moving. And then I would prep working out for about an hour and a half, and then I'd go work out for a couple hours, and then I would recover for about an hour. Nowadays, it's get up, make sure I have everything, go to work, be at work, get in some cardio in between clients. After I get that done, I work out with one of my friends for about a couple hours. And it's not that it takes a couple hours, it's just when we're taking turns for certain things, it takes a little extra because we get caught up talking in between sets. Not optimal for what I need to be able to do right now, but my training's changing as of Monday. So training people all day, I just stay active. But I recommend a very nutritious breakfast. I recommend 7, give or take 2 hours of sleep. Definitely don't get any less than 6. It sucks from personal experience. And then just try to stay on your feet. If you have an office job, stretch, walk around the office in regular intervals. Me personally, I'm moving around all day, but in between clients is when I try to get cardio in and try to get my meals in. And then I try to get my workout in whenever I have a 2-hour gap roughly. And then when I get home, I try to relax. I try to eat the rest of my calories, my meals, space them out depending on how long I have, do paperwork. But for a general person, what I recommend is get plenty of sleep, wake up, drink probably 20 ounces of water, give or take 10, cold water, and then go get 10 to 30 minutes of cardio in. Just go on a nice walk, a nice jog. If you have a treadmill or a bike, do that, and then start your day. So if you got to get up a little earlier, get up a little earlier. Just don't go to bed as late. Try to stay active throughout the day, depending on what your job entails. Schedule a workout that you know you will be consistent at. Like, don't make it so unreasonable for yourself that it's just impossible for you to do it. And then after you do that, make sure you stretch, you recover, make sure you eat right after. And then just be persistent, be consistent. Set a goal, maintain it, and don't let excuses get in the way. If life happens, but don't be any crazy. 2 days in a row, big arm, it's good to see you. So for my boxing stuff, it's nothing's changing except for I'm cutting down phone time and I'm cutting down TV time. So I have extra time to go do my cardio. I have extra time to do my shadow boxing. I have extra time to do extra conditioning. That's the only thing that's changing. In other words, my life is still hectic. My schedule is still wild. It's still out of pocket. So I got to be realistic. What do you recommend for those of the passion, how to stay motivated in this regard, how to be consistent, and why to balance the schedule and balance the life and working out? So I kind of touched on that. Okay, so good. It's a good start. Big arm, my goal, grow my gut, make it well-rounded, planetary gut, not a saggy one. Absolutely. So to balance it out and stay motivated is you need to set a very important reason to yourself why. It's not complicated. You need to make it important to you. Why is it important? Maybe a family member that you knew passed away because of a health condition that could have been changed by living and eating and just staying more active in a better, healthier lifestyle like that. Or maybe there's someone that really motivates you. Maybe you have a goal in life that you want to accomplish. Or you need to find something that's really important to you, and on days you don't feel like it, but you know you need to go do it, and maybe you don't have as much time, but you know you need to do something. You have to refer back to that moment of why it's so important to you. And that's honestly how you get past the I don't want to do it today, or well, I have this coming up, so I don't know if I'll have time. You make time, and you figure out how to modify stuff to still get work in. So when it comes to balancing life and work, if you only have an hour of free time, say no to the phone, say no to sitting down and watching TV, and just go do something, you know, at least split it in half, go do 30 minutes, like do this mix of like jogging, push-ups, sit-ups, and air squats for 30 minutes, and you just rotate between the 4 for 30 minutes, and when 30 minutes is done, you moved. You have to decide it's more important than not doing it. So make time. I promise you, there's nobody in this entire world that does not have time. It's just a simple fact of they choose to unwind and relax more than getting the work done, because that means more to them. It's more important to them than vice versa. So to grow your gut big arm, I would follow the strongman routine. They have what do they call it? They got power bellies. So if you want a well-rounded gut that's hard, planetary, not a saggy one, you have to hypertrophy your core musculature so much that you have the planetary power belly. So yeah, what motivates you? What positives in staying active and continuing to train? If you're ever too late to start working out, intensity is pushing yourself farther. It's never too late. What motivates me is a series of stuff of when I was a kid, growing up, and everything before I was a teenager, then going through teenage years, of course, there were even more motivating factors. But there were a lot of situations where I wasn't strong enough and I wasn't capable enough to do what I needed to do, and it's haunted me ever since. Ergo, I will never be weak again. I'm determined. I don't care what it is. I will be the strongest in the world, and I will be the most proficient and best boxer. Given both of those will happen probably at complete separate times, and probably only for a very short duration, but I will always be those. That is my goal. That's what motivates me, is because of a series of stuff that happened. There are always positives in staying active, those being simple as reduced chronic health diseases such as diabetes, heart condition, can even prove to slow down or reverse symptoms of Alzheimer's and dementia and Parkinson's, and even prevent you from being symptomatic till much, much later on if you are genetically biased to get those, or maybe even prevent it completely. As well as just it can prevent joint pain, osteoporosis, reduce symptoms of arthritis. I could go on forever about positives of staying active and continuing to train no matter what age you're at. I have clients that are triple my age, and I have clients who are half my age. I train them all the same way, all for completely different reasons. I train them all hard, and they all see benefits. It's never too late to start working out intensely. You just have to ease into it depending on your age. If you're 50 years old, you just have to ease into it slower than someone who's 19, of course. So never too late. I know people who are pushing themselves further than they ever have in their life, and they're in their 60s, and one person in their 70s, and they're insane in a good way. So what got you going into the gym and getting into boxing? Did you find a group of people that you were close to and practice with you? So no, this is all on my own. What got me into lifting is long time ago, little child Shiloh saw his dad lifting a dumbbell, and I was like, I can do that. And I picked up a 10-pound dumbbell. It was the heaviest thing in the world. That heaviest thing in the world motivated me. I'm like, I want to lift the same thing Dad does. I mean, it can't be that hard. So I practiced until I could. That's where it began. I did that for about 4 years of just lifting a dumbbell and doing some body weight exercise like sit-ups, push-ups, and some air squats, right? I never did anything stupendously crazy. And then one day, some guy offered to take me to the gym with him. We just did an arm day, and it made me incredibly sick because it was so intense based off what I had already done. I had never had those controlled factors before. And I was like, I can't be that out of shape. So I started working out in a gym setting, and I was about 15 or 16. And I was like, wow, that's wild. So, ergo, it motivated me to learn more about the gym. And so from there on, I became a self-educator, and I was never afraid to ask anybody questions about why they got stronger, how they get so big. And from there, it was just bam. From a little kid, my mom told me that my grandpa on her side used to box. And so there was always a curiosity in my mind about boxing. She would hold her hands up and be like, okay, this is this combo and this is that combo. But I never took it serious until much later on. I always like had some variation of a punching bag practice. You know, I punch stuff. It's fun. But it wasn't until I met Kenton in 2022, I think, that I all of a sudden had this massive curiosity for boxing because he talked about it. He talked about doing it, and I would learn things from him, and that's where I learned to practice the basics that I've practiced over these last 3 or 4 years. And it just kind of put a real hunger in my stomach. Whether or not I focused on it heavily, it was always a part of what I did. So it was always like a thing in the back of my head until I met Kenton for boxing. But for working out, it was just like this curiosity where I saw my dad do it, then I could do it. And that guy took me to the gym, and I was like, wow, I'm really out of shape. And it drove me to want to be better. But yeah, what food should I stay away from? And comment and chips. Do you recommend fish to eat? I love those foods. Do you lean as an extrovert or introvert? Okay, so Steven, I do appreciate all these questions. I want to say that right now before I get too carried away or if my phone overheats again, because I can feel it's getting really hot. So I think I'm gonna crank the air, let it blow in the back of that. I don't know if it's gonna help. So I really appreciate it, Steven, greatly. Foods that you should stay away from. Foods that you processed foods. The more basically the more whole the food and the more organic, basically, the better it's going to be. I'm not saying you'll get all organic stuff, but the less processed, the less ingredients are in it, the less chemicals that are in the food, the better that you can eat. So, in general, just focus on very low to no processed foods. Just something as simple as like you make your own stuff, but if you get prep stuff, just make sure there's not a whole bunch of additives into the food. Chips aren't bad. There's a lot of brands out there of chips that literally all they do is fry it in different oils. There's a brand of chips that fry their chips in avocado oil. They're relatively a lot healthier than any other chip that you can get anywhere else. And of course, there's debate on that depending on what type of chip that you're looking for. Fish is always a very good thing to eat unless you have a food allergy. The fats from it and the fat-soluble vitamins that are in that type of fat from fish is extremely healthy. But I recommend eating plenty of meat, eating plenty of healthy fats as well, which you can get from fish, avocados, chia seeds, walnuts, almonds, stuff like that. But I love all food. I'm very unbiased when it comes to food. I love food. Just stay away from stuff that's heavily processed. Try to understand the difference between healthy fats and unhealthy fats, and just enjoy what you eat, but be consistent in what you eat. And then just monitor macros and calories from there. And then from there, if it's a performance thing, you have to understand micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, stuff like that. And I'm more of an introvert, oddly enough. I'm very much an introvert. But when I'm in public, I've learned how to be a very efficient extrovert. I've learned how to be a very efficient extrovert when I'm out in public. But I'm very much an introvert. I'd prefer to be at home, minding my own business, doing my own thing, enjoying peace and quiet. So it is fine. You wanted me to ask? Absolutely. Again, I heavily appreciate it. I heavily appreciate it. Gives me something to talk about. I enjoy talking with you guys. And it's been forever since I've seen you. Random question. If one of your clients was taking a physical sport like jiu-jitsu and asked to be put on hold, to be put in a hold like a headlock, and they needed help with that, would you do that to help them? Yeah. I know how to apply enough pressure that it would require a client to work to get out of it and understand the concept of what they should watch out for. Now, am I a great technical coach? No, I'm a strength and conditioning coach. But if it was something within my wheelhouse that I've practiced and understood the fundamentals of and the advancements of, I would feel completely comfortable. They're like, put me in an armbar, put me in a headlock, put me in a guillotine, put me in a leg lock, put me in a triangle, all this other stuff. If they were like, I need you to do this because I need to get better, I would feel completely comfortable running through that with them. I don't shy away from stuff if I have experience with it or I understand the fundamentals. So if they were like, yeah, I need help with this, I'm like, okay, let me put you in position. Now, do you understand where your hands need to be? Do you understand where your center of gravity needs to be? Do you understand how to get out or how to make sure it doesn't they don't get you in a worse position? I would feel just fine with that. I feel completely comfortable with that. There's not a lot of stuff that like wards me off where I'm like, I don't feel comfortable with that. So you're all right with helping people in that way. That is kind of you. Absolutely. If something that was told to me is if you don't practice something actively, you won't fully understand it. You can understand the book and smarts side of things forever, but unless you get experience with it, you can't truly understand it. So yeah, no, absolutely. I would not shy away from that at all. Not at all. Whew. Be here for an hour. That was a lie. I'd have to ask for some tips myself. Just need a sparring partner. Honestly, it's not hard to find a sparring partner. You just need to find someone that you trust enough not to lose sight of the goal of sparring, which is practice technique and have that stimulus of like, no, this is real, but understand it's still a controlled environment. Learning self-defense. Yeah. See, if you lived near here, I would tell you to come over to Reaper Fitness, finally meet in person, and get some lessons from like Kenton. Kenton is an amazing self-defense instructor. Gun disarms, knife disarms, getting out of different holds, and just in general fighting. So I would tell you to come down here to Reaper Fitness, which it's in Fayetteville, Arkansas. It's extremely beneficial. And he's an amazing instructor. But yeah, if you can find someone that understands that they don't need to go out and actually try to hurt you, and you're not going to actually try to hurt them, that it's a technical thing, and as you guys get more fluent with it, you can ease into the intensity more, then it's just fine. It's a big reason why, up until recently, I didn't really spar, because everybody I know would immediately be like, no, you got to be serious. I had one guy actually tell me for boxing sparring when I was first thinking about it, he was like, yeah, we'll just get some mouthpieces and we'll just like practice hitting each other in the face. That way you build up a tolerance to getting hit in the face. I'm like, it doesn't work that way. He's like, yeah, no, me and my friends used to do it all the time. I'm like, no, that's literally physiologically, scientifically, and factually not how it works. So like, I just couldn't find anybody that I really trusted to consistently spar. Oh, cool. If I came there and asked you to put me in a hold, would you do that and help me out? Well, it's a Heart Springs, Arkansas. Hey, I promise you, this is what we'll do, because it'd be really cool. It'd be really cool, because you'd be the first fan and first member of the channel and first mod that I would ever have met in person. I go to Reaper Fitness on Mondays to do their media management. If we could get you there on a Monday that I know I'm going to be there, if you're okay with being on camera, I bet, because I'm more of a strength and conditioning coach, I'm not super technical, but if you wanted to learn how to get out of like a headlock and a hold and a whole bunch of other stuff, I bet I can talk to Kenton to give you like a free 20-30 minute lesson, and we will just use it as content, because it'd be really cool to have it on the channel, like first time meeting up with someone from the channel, and it'd be really cool. So I think we could do that. I think it'd be fun. So if there's ever a time that we could get you scheduled for a Monday up here at Reaper Fitness in Fayetteville, Arkansas, I will get you a free 30-minute lesson from Kenton. And it'd just be cool to meet you. So, it'd be really cool. Maybe we could set that up. Maybe we could have a full meet and greet. Just put me in one stream for like 5+ minutes until I tap out, just for laughs. It'd be okay. Hey, it'll be fun. It'll just be really cool to meet someone that I've made friends with over the channel in person. But if you wanted to learn stuff, he could, like I said, we could get you a whole little thing. Plus, I'd love to have it on my channel. It's my first official meet and greet with meeting someone from the channel. I would love to set that up. I think that'd be so cool. I think that would be so cool. That'd be awesome, actually. Roger! Oh my goodness. So good to see you. But yeah, if you want to learn that stuff, we'll just figure out a time for you to come up to Fayetteville on a Monday when I'm there. and meet with me and Kenton, and we'll teach you a whole bunch of stuff. And just because you're part of the channel, you've been a part of the channel so long, I'll even get you written up a little workout program. It would just be awesome to have you there. Roger, it's so cool to see you too. It's been a while. Wait a second, want to see something on maps. I'm 33, so not too old. Just letting you know. Absolutely, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Because all of a sudden you'd have to convince your parents if you weren't. So, if you're relatively close to Fayetteville, relatively, we'll just set it up a time. I would love to set up an official Silly Gines meet and greet at the Straight Right Reaper Fitness location in Fayetteville on a Monday sometime. I would love that so much. Oh my goodness, that'd be so cool. If I could get the channel to grow real quick and then set up the meet and greet, that'd be incredible. That would be incredible. But to have a meet and greet, to meet with you, Steven, would be insane. Would be insane. Finally meet someone from the channel in real life. That'd be crazy. Yeah, that'd be insane. Oops, I can't. What do you mean you can't, Roger? Wait a little more. Sorry, checking something. No worries, no worries, no worries. I'm on here till I get to go and actually go eat something because I'm so hungry and tired. And hungry and tired. About 3 hours for me. That's a distance. That is a distance. What we'll try to do in my mind so it's worth it for everybody is I'm working on merch. I'm working on a couple other things. But also I'm trying to grow the channel. It'd be really cool if I can figure out a way, but I need help with this because I'm still balancing everything out. If I can get straight down 71 or 49, I think it's probably, well, it depends on which one you take. So you're just south. That's really cool. That's really cool. Okay, this makes my mind run, right? So now my brain's like, it's buzzing. We need to, and definitely try to stay like, not in like a demanding way. Try to stay active on the channel. So like, if you have ideas or something with what I'm about to say, just comment on any of my videos. I'll see it. Or follow Instagram or TikTok or my Discord page or Instagram, any of those. You're south of Kansas City. Oh, nice. Okay. That's really cool. I went to Kansas City for the first time a couple weeks ago. It's really cool. I've never been to Kansas City before, and I went a couple weeks ago. It was really, really cool. Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. It'd be so cool to meet in person. Either it's going to be way out of the way for you, or we make a big event. That way you also have a lot of fun with it. And I bet I can get Straight Right and Reaper on board with this, so Kenton and Bernard on board with this to make it a huge event for the meet and greet. For merch, drinks, food, activities, a workout, boxing activities. I need help with this though, and the thing is I can set it up, but I need the community to be there because I don't want to pull all these favors and not a lot of people show up. So I want to make this huge thing. So I need help getting my content out there. I need help getting like fans. But I want to host the meet and greet at Reaper, and because it'd be awesome to meet you, Steven, but I want it to be worth your time. I'm working on merch. I can work on getting them to collaborate. We can make it a whole event, like a whole day event. Is it the person who you boxed with before on your streams? Yes, it's the same exact guy, Kenton Lee. I'm about 8,400 miles from there. 25 hours in time considering I take different modes of transport to the meet and greet. That's a big commitment, Roger. That's a very big commitment. That'd be kind of hard. That'd be very difficult. But if it was a huge event, it might be worth it. I don't know. It'd be really fun. It'd be really fun. I just need help getting my content out there enough that I know that I wouldn't pull these favors for like this whole day event. And of course, Steven, if you just came down here and it was just an agreed upon Monday, that'd be just fine. But I would love to do a meet and greet and have a whole bunch of people there. That would be awesome. Host events, do a workout together, do a boxing workout together, and just leave completely exhausted. Hand out merch, goodies. I can probably partner with YTFS and we can have protein and energy drinks and recovery drinks. I can partner with Kenton's meal service. We can have food there. Whole bunch of stuff. Man, oh, I know exactly how it'd look. I just have to get the people to attend. Oh, that'd be so cool. That would be so cool. Oh, I need to do that. I need it. That'd be awesome, honestly. And Roger, it'd be great to have you there too. Eventually, because that's a long, long trip. That's a long trip. Man, my mind's running 100 miles a minute. I know I still have so much stuff to do. Blech. Gross. But that'd be awesome. Man, if we were still booming like we were when I was doing live streams all the time, when all the mods were hopping in, we had, who was it? We had Mark, we had Roger, we had Big we had Sharonda, we had Animal Mother, we had, I think it was Matthew, we had Wolf in there, we had a couple others. It's just been so long I haven't seen some of them, and it was like such a fun thing. And then we had that one dude, Imperius, Emperor or something. He said that he was technically the last son of a royal family line somewhere in the Middle East. Could I come down and see if Kenton would help out practice with me too? Like in a headlock, be a better person to put me in. Oh no, 100%. 100%. So as far as that, honestly, the only thing that I would say is I can get you in for a quick free session, and then you can work out for the day for free if I know I'm there. But yeah, if you just want to work with Kenton, that's just fine. And then I could just write you a workout program, depending on, we just talk about your goals more in depth. And I'd write you a workout program to follow for at least 4 to 6 weeks. And you just stay in touch with me and I can change some variables for you. To make it worth your time, you to get a free workout program, you can get some hands-on experience with Kenton for sure. I just want to make sure that I'm there. That way I know that you're getting in there for free and you can get all that and it's worth your 3-hour drive. I want to make sure it's worth it for you. But yeah, it was so much fun. So much fun when we had everybody in here. I mean, live streams. I was hopping off live streams and we'd have like 2,000, 3,000 people in there at a time. Not at a time, but through the course of the stream. We would, because I'd end the stream and it was like, oh, you had over 2,000 people visit your live stream while you did it. And I was like, that's insane. So I want to get back to that. I really, really do. But I got to do more lives. It's the only way to reach that type of audience, because my long form videos get a different audience, my YouTube shorts get a different audience, and of course my lives get a different audience. But yeah, we'd both work with you. I just want to make sure it's there, and I'm going to tell him what's up. Like, it's my first ever meet and greet with someone from the YouTube page, and I think it'd be really cool. We'll make a whole thing out of it. It'd be so much fun. It'd be so much fun. My height is 5'9". I used to be 5'10", and then I shrunk a whole inch. I'm short now. I'm a short king. So, but yeah, that's my height, Roger. Now everyone knows. You made me say it out loud. Actually, I'm 4'3". I'm super short. So, but yeah, we'll make it worth your time. We will make it worth your time. It'd be really fun. And if it's okay with you, ahead of time, I'm going to make a video out of it, because that'd be a very special moment to record. It'd be really cool for me personally. I've been doing YouTube since like 2018, technically. So to actually get to meet someone that watches the content would be amazing. Is 5'7" cooked? Not at all. Not at all. I love to set up love to do it. Set up. I'm 5'7". See, look at that. Look at that. We're all under 6 foot, which relatively to society means we're all short. We're short people, but we're not short. There are people who are shorter than that. So, but yeah, I really want to set it up, but if it's one of those things where, like, unless I do a lot more live streams and I see a lot more people, if we just set up a time where you come down and visit the gym, Steven, we'll set you up. I'll get you a lesson with Kenton, and then I'll write you up a workout program. I'd be excited and down for a day. Come down for a day. You would have to plan. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you haven't yet, please, Steven and Roger, if you haven't yet, because I haven't been on there in a hot minute, join the Discord. It's a lot easier for me to keep in touch with all my mods, at least. And then, of course, as I develop into it, join the Discord. It's on the channel. It's on my page. Usually it's in the description of every video that I do. Join it. Join it. Join it. So it's going to be so much easier to plan something like this out. I need to be more active. I'm just so tired all the time. Though I actually feel really good right now because I'm excited about the idea. And eat if there are good restaurants. Yeah, no, there are good places around here. Kenton does his own meal preps, and they're extremely nutritious, healthy, low calorie. They're great, but there are some good places to eat, for sure. For sure. There are some good places. I'll try to get everything all planned out, because I want to do a shoot for it. I want to make sure that we make the most of it, so you get some lessons from everybody. And because it'd be authentic. It'd be authentic review of meeting me. It'd be authentic review of his gym. It'd be authentic review of Straight Right Boxing. It'd be really fun. I think it'd be really fun for you to be able to do all that stuff. So, with that, and then we can go eat. With that being said, I'll start working on it. You'll have to remind me, but definitely join the Discord before I forget, before you forget, because it's going to be a lot easier to stay in touch with you and, like, actually set all this up. So, sorry, miss, but would you show me around the town? If you are all right, we can make a travel vlog. I think that'd be just fine. I personally don't venture around Fayetteville too much, so maybe we can get Kenton to show us a couple things. But I think it'd be kind of fun. I think it'd be kind of fun to kind of do that and kind of make it like a day thing. So I got to work some stuff out and get it planned and organized, but I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be really, really cool. Was looking at Discord. Absolutely. No worries. No worries. Hopefully you got joined. Phone was getting warm again. Sorry. So aside from all that, we'll get it set up. We'll get it set up. We'll get it organized. I'll probably do another live stream later today. I need to charge my phone for a little bit. It's really low and it keeps overheating. Welcome back. Yeah. It's just phone's getting warm. So, with that being said, we're gonna set some stuff up. I'm gonna try to organize a schedule to be live more frequently, and with. If I came, do you think? Yeah, no, 100%. We just have to all agree upon a day. I have to make sure that we're not heavy on recording content, which we can incorporate. If you're okay with it, we can incorporate you as the content. But you still get taught stuff, and I would just record stuff. And then on top of that, we could probably go check out a couple places in Fayetteville. I'd have to ask Kenton again. I'm not in Fayetteville a whole lot. But again, I want it to be worth your time, so we'll get some boxing in there. We'll get some self-defense. We'll get you a workout program. And then we'll probably go grab a bite to eat. Because it's a long drive, so I want you to have fun with it. So, yeah, it needs to be fun. So we'll have fun with it. So I'm thinking yes. It's just now we got to find a day. And I have to get everything on board. I'd ideally love to make it like this huge thing. I would love to make it a huge thing. Because it's a long drive for you, so I want you to, like, Really, really enjoy it. I'd love to have some merch made, because I'd love to give you some merch. That'd be so cool. But yeah, my brain's running with ideas. I'm very excited. Do you think Kent would be okay if you both try to have arguments? I'm sure that'd be okay. I'm sure that would be just fine. He's pretty much down for anything. So we'll make it fun. We'll make it fun, man. So we'll make it fun. I'd be the guinea pig. I would say we're guinea pigs all the time in there. We're always trying to improve and develop how things pair together. So I think it'd be a really fun experience from my perspective. I'm trying to make it fun for a fun perspective for you as well. Worth coming down to visit. We'll make it worth it. We'll make it more than worth it. So, yeah. No, I think we got a good idea in place, and now we just got to get some details worked out. I'd love to have. I don't know. I think it's gonna be fun. Ideally, it'd be soon, but with everything going up, it might take a minute to get some stuff planned out. I'll keep in touch, knowing that you live within a day's drive. Absolutely. So, just check in on the Discord every once in a while. And yeah, also, please, Steven, because you're such a nice person, can you engage with some of my other videos, my non-live stream ones? Even if you just watch, have it play in the background. Drop a comment on there. It just gives me something to play on. I do my best when I have something to feed off of. It's very hard for me to comprehend stuff if I don't have someone talking with me. That's why I appreciate you talking with me in the chat today, so much. So, yeah, no, I'm very excited. We will make it worth your trip coming down. I appreciate heavily. We'll make it worth your time coming down. Maybe we'll get a few other of the people from the channel to hop into a meet and greet one day. And I need to get the merch made, because I want some merch at least. I need at least a little bit of merch made. And then just set up with Kent and get it approved with him. Make sure that the content that we're shooting is based off certain things. And then just do that. That'd be awesome. 100%. All right. Let me ask this one time. Does anyone else have any questions? Any questions at all? Any questions? Fitness, nutrition, weight loss in general, anything at all. Anything at all. Of course, Steven, I heavily appreciate it. I really, really do. I do greatly appreciate it. I'm not just saying it. I do mean it. It does mean a lot to me that you would take the time out of your day to talk with me, to stay on live, support the channel. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day, man. We're gonna stay in contact. We will set this meet and greet up, and it'll be a whole thing. We'll have a great time. So, again, I really do appreciate it. I heavily. So yeah, I only seem to have one question in my mind currently. Is what kind? It's kind of personal. It's better not to ask. If you want to ask it, it's kind of personal. I recommend going over to the Discord. It's not as public, right? I mean, it's public for anyone to join, but it's a lot easier to ask stuff that's a little bit more personal over on the Discord page. But you can ask it here. There's no judgment. But I am going to hop off here, so feel free to hop on the Discord and ask away, or just ask it on one of my other videos that are older that no one's really going to see. I'll just check it out from there. So, thank you all for being here. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Radford. Thank you, everyone else who was in the live stream and stayed here with me and just talked with me. I appreciate it. I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you. I'm excited to bring you guys along with the journey. I'll see you soon. Stay growing, stay small, as always, stay silly. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Till then, later.